Everybody today we'll be looking at this. What is this exactly? Well, it is the early Hasbro Marvel Legends Ares Wave Heroes Reborn Iron Man. Now, this one I don't see talked about a lot on the internet, and I don't know why. I think it looks pretty cool and is fairly unique with a strange design that I think a lot of people would be interested in talking about. He's got like all these pipes everywhere, and one of the weirdest things of this design, these pipes up here, and this weird thing on his chest. And I don't know why a lot of people talk about him. It's strange. Like, people talk about the Ultimate Iron Man Marvel Legends from early Hasbro a lot more. Let me grab him. Like, this thing gets a lot more publicity than him. I don't know why. Like, this thing is an average figure that I think no time is taken poorly because nobody likes it. But this thing, I don't know. Now, anyway, let's get into it. It's got a fairly nice paint job with a nice wash over the gold and a very, very nice gloss on all the red. I just love this gloss, especially on his chest. It reflects the light very nice. A couple problems I have with the figure is the elbow and the fact that he has a Y bar instead of a T bar in his legs, and the fact that he doesn't have a regular ankle here. It's the older, crappier design. So anyway, let's get into articulation. He just got a regular ball joint at the head, nothing else. So he's fairly limited in his head movement. He can look down about that far, up about that far. Since it's a ball joint, you can get a swivel. He's got 360 at the elbow as usual, and arms can go up about this far. A little bit more if you push the shoulder pad, but I wouldn't recommend that as that could break it off. A swivel at the elbow and a 90-degree bend, which isn't bad, but it could definitely be a lot better because of the fact that some legends had the double jointed with the swivel up here, which people like a lot more. Then there are ones with this, which aren't bad. Isn't bad. In fact, a lot of the modern day Hasbro for the female figures still do that. It's serviceable, but double jointed would be better. Then he's got a swivel and hinge at both hands. Then he's got a nice ab crunch that goes that far forward, that far back. Very nice. A swivel out the waist, and this is what I'm talking about. When it comes to Y joints, when you bring the leg up, it curves like this, so you have to straighten it out. Now, let me grab a figure with a T joint so I can show you what I'm talking about. Okay, here I have Spider UK. Now, with his legs, when you move them up, they just go up and forward. You have to slightly adjust them just because of the crotch. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. Now to get back into articulation. Anyway, back, tracing it back. Anyway, yeah. His leg can go up about that far, out about that far. He's got a swivel at the thigh, double jointed knees, which, as for usual, very good double jointed knees goes very far, and a swivel and a hinge at the foot, which isn't bad, but is very strange. Now to get into comparisons. Here he is with the Toy Biz Wave 1 Iron Man, which, if you take a look, you can definitely see the evolution in the engineering of technology that were used for Legends. Because you got this guy, which is loved, but is very awkward in a lot of his proportions. And this one, he's definitely a lot more streamlined. Although, even though his design is a bit weird and he's a bit more streamlined, I still will have to say that I like Toy Biz Wave 1 a bit more. The Ultimate Iron Man that I talked about previously on my channel, which, between the two figures, I will have to go Heroes Reborn because it poses a lot better, but I really still like this one just because of the fact that it's one of my favorite childhood toys. And finally, here we have the Toy Biz MODOK Wave alternate version of the Thorbuster, the Asgardian Destroyer, which looks very nice. I definitely like its detail next to him, but yeah, when it comes to the Thorbuster in this one, I like this one a lot more from what I've heard and what I messed with the Destroyer. Not a lot of people find it very good. Like, I find it serviceable, but it's Now, my overall thoughts on the figure: he is a very serviceable figure, very middle of the road. If you need an Iron Man, you can go ahead and get him until you can find one of the better, more modern ones. But yeah, I say I like him. You should be able to find him for pretty cheap, and if you want him, I say you should get him.